Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all well and welcome to my film and TV channel, and we have a movie review today, and we're going to it's a new one this for me. This is the first one I've done, an Apple original film. So obviously this is Apple TV Plus, isn't it? I think this is the first in the collaboration they've done with, I think it with A24, is it, the film distributors? I might be wrong, but I think this may be the first of a list of these sort of films. And the film we're looking at today is called On the Rocks. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification so you know these vlogs are coming out, and make sure your notifications are set to public. And please, if you can, I'm trying to get anywhere between 10 and 15 thumbs up, so if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Leave your comments, please, so I know you're out there. I love doing these things, but it's nice when I get feedback and thumbs up as well, not just views, so that hopefully you enjoy what we do. Right, On the Rocks, a 15 rating. And classed as an adventure comedy drama. Not 100% sure about the adventure and the comedy side, to be honest with you. An hour and 36 minutes. I mean, we've got written and directed by Sofia Coppola. So we've got a legend, haven't we? Or a female legend, obviously, on our hands here. What's it about? Well, it's set in a world of privilege and sophistication, aren't we all? Aren't we all in a world of privilege and sophistication? Laura, who's played by Rashida Jones, thinks she's happily married with 2 daughters. But when her husband, Dean, played by Marlon Wayans, starts logging late hours at the office with a new co-worker, Laura begins to fear the worst. Of course she does. She turns to the one man she suspects may have insights, her charming and impulsive father, Felix, played by Bill Murray, who insists he investigate the situation as the two begin prowling New York at night, careering from uptown parties to downtown hotspots. They discover at the heart of their journey lies their own relationship. I mean, it's a very interesting scenario, and I did look forward to this, especially with obviously the actors in this one. It did appeal to me, but we'll more on that in a moment. This was the end of 2018. Apple entered into this multi-year agreement with the entertainment company A24 to produce a slate of original films, and as I say, I think this is the first part of that partnership, and it's the third reunion, of course, of Lost in Translation writer director Sofia Coppola and Oscar-nominated Bill Murray. A bit more on Lost in Translation in a moment as well. Is it any good? Well, Rotten Tomatoes, the critics like it. 104 critics reviews have been left. It's scoring 89% positivity. That's with an overall rating of 7.42 out of 10, which is still good. 7.42 out of 10, that's a good rating. And it's received 93 fresh and just 11 rotten. So there is a bit of despondency. You know, it's not all positive. The Rotten Tomatoes audience, there's only 22 people who bothered to leave a score for this, and it's just running at 68%. So if you look at the Metacritics, they're coming up with 74%. So that's Metacritic ratings. That's the Metacritics. That's 39 critics reviews, 33 positive and 6 mixed. So no negative reviews, so that's a good thing. And it does score anywhere between 4 out of 10 and an amazing 9.5 out of 10. I think someone's on the payroll there to give this 9.5 out of 10. But if you look at the person who doesn't like it the most, it was The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw. He only gave it 4 out of 10. He went on to say there are some cheerfully amusing moments, but really the banter and the elegance need some substance in the script, and it really isn't here, or not enough of it anyway. And the serious moments seem glazed in a kind of negligent unseriousness. Yeah, I mean, I think that was quite well put by Peter there. 4 out of 10 from Peter. At the other extreme, I'm not gone to the 9.5 because I don't believe, I'm sure he's on the payroll of the filmmakers. But we've gone for a 9 out of 10 from the Hollywood Reporter's David Rooney. On the Rocks is very much a father-daughter two-hander, tender and personal, dryly funny and played to perfection by Jones and Murray. Its effortless touch shows the accomplished genre-hopping Coppola continuing to expand her range. Well, there you go. So the Metacritic liked it, didn't they? Metacritic audience, it's not all. There's only 4 reviews been left, and 2 of them were positive and 2 of them were negative. So it's a 50% positivity rate. It's not great. But what do we look at? We always look at Internet Movie Database, don't we? We always look at the user rating, Joe Public, you and me, people like you and me. And 473 people have either left a review, a small percentage of that, probably about 20 reviews, 25 reviews. Of 473 scores and reviews left, it's scoring 6.9 out of 10. So again, quite a healthy score. If anywhere on 7 and over is excellent. So 6.9 is not too bad. Couple of the positive comments from the users. I just found the whole thing very real and affecting, and overall I loved it. Sofia Coppola has delivered yet another film that's interesting and provides terrific conversation after watching. This is just fun. Don't expect any deep, multi-layered story. It's just fun. Funny, insightful, clever and emotional. On the Rocks is right on the money from start to finish. So they're the positives. And the negatives, just to balance things up, I'll give less negatives just to balance, because it has got a 6.9 out of 10 score. But some of the negatives, there was not a single burst of laughter throughout the movie. It really sums it up. Give it a miss, people. It was bad. I think the studios must have demanded a typical happy ending, which ruined the whole film. And the last comment, 90 or so minutes of shallow, unrealistic dialogue between a retired rich philanderer and his pathetic house mom struggling writer-daughter. So there you go. I think the positives were kind. I think the negatives really were very cutting, weren't they? Let's be honest about it. Right, my thoughts. Birder's little thoughts, MGN thoughts. Right, let me say it. I love Bill Murray. Bill Murray is quite entertaining in this, and he does well. He is Bill Murray. I mean, he doesn't, he acts as Bill Murray, and he is Bill Murray. So that's what you get. That's for showing his age a little bit more than a second. Rashida Jones. Well, I mean, she's a must-watch for me. I love that. I sort of enjoyed watching her character. I really invested in her character in this film, and she's just about made the whole thing at least watchable for me. Obviously more on that in a moment. Marlon Wayans was probably the weakest character. I'm not a big fan, to be honest with you, but he's a sort of borderline character anyway, even though obviously the central character to the plot that we're talking about, but he's sort of borderline to it. He's not really on screen that much, so the fact I don't like him and he wasn't great as a character actor doesn't really make a lot of difference. It's more about Bill Murray and Rashida Jones in this, to be honest with you, as people have said before. The humour, well, I don't think there's much humour, isn't it? It's certainly not LOL. It's certainly not laugh out loud humour. I did manage a smile certainly early into the film. I did find the film started okay and then sort of went downhill quite quickly. The father-daughter relationship, well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing. Some people are saying it was wonderful and that was great to watch. I mean, nothing more than it was just okay to me. It was just what did you expect from a, as someone said, a philanderer father. Obviously his daughter's a little bit not upset with him, but a little bit, with him at times, which you'd expect in that sort of relationship. And there's no great coming together of minds between the two by the conclusion of the film, to be honest with you. 17 years on from what Coppola's Lost in Translation. Obviously, it doesn't quite match up to that film's levels, that's for sure. Although he scored about 7.7, I think, on Internet Movie Database, so a little bit higher than this is. But yeah, I don't think there's any comparison, to be honest with you. And certainly Bill Murray himself doesn't quite match up to what I remember from that film. But hey, we're all getting older, aren't we? So there you go. The on-screen chemistry, yeah. I mean, the chemistry between Wayans and Jones, obviously who play husband and wife, but is poor. It just doesn't really work. And perhaps, obviously, the script calls for this for most of the film, but even so, it's still reading between the lines. Even at the start of the film, when this apparently couple who obviously haven't got kids and not getting disturbed, etc., are quite happy, it just seems doesn't seem to work at all. Even when they get married and it's the honeymoon, So it just doesn't really work for me from start to finish. And overall, I did find the movie just a little bit bland and uninteresting, despite Murray's and Jones' best efforts with the lines and the script they were given. There was one or two scenes that were okay, but again, it sort of struggled. It did struggle along a little bit, and there is a little bit of early promise the first 15-20 minutes. There's an interesting thing with the police that I thought probably could have been funnier, but I mean, that early promise quickly petered out, unfortunately. I mean, looking at the comments below, I mean, people love it. People find it interesting. People find it funny, clever, and insightful. Perhaps I've lived and seen too much now. Perhaps at 61, I've seen and I've lived a life and I've seen too much on film and drama. But I found this very limited on originality, very little originality in this film, and it's certainly not a patch on Lost in Translation, which I may, and I always say this, even though I might struggle for time, if that comes on the TV, I might just record that and go back and watch Lost in Translation as well, because I'm fairly sure I really did enjoy that. Not quite so much this one. Not a total waste because of Jones and a lesser extent Murray. As I said, he's perhaps his age is catching up with. I do like Bill Murray, but he's not quite hitting the levels of humour and dryness that I sort of love from Bill Murray. But a gradually more boring story in all fairness, and a terrible, cheesy, equally boring ending. I mean, I think the ending was just naff, to be honest with you. I thought it was awful. Just about summed the film up by the end, which is such a great shame, because as I said, certainly Rashida Jones is one of my favourites, and she did an okay job in this, but unfortunately I don't think she was given that much to work with. So I'm going to be well down on what other people are thinking. I'm on my Berners rating for this one. I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10. I just didn't enjoy it at all. I just thought it was very bland and unexciting and uninteresting, and not particularly funny as a drama. Certainly, I don't know where the adventure bit come into it. Whether it was the police chase that lasted about 10 seconds, I'm not too sure. But there you go. More a drama, but a pretty bland drama. And the poster, well, just sums it up, really, doesn't it? I mean, it's just as, again, if you like the actors, fair enough, but it's just as bland and boring as the film, unfortunately. So I'm going to give it equal marks. I'm going to give the poster 5 out of 10. And I'm going to give the film 5 out of 10. So very, very disappointing. As I did read some sort of not stunning reviews early doors for this from critics, but the critics seemed happy enough with it, so I was quite optimistic, because they're the ones who usually are a bit of a downer of things, and it's the public who usually give stuff a fair crack of the whip. But with this effort, no, I have to agree with one or two of the critics who didn't like it, but I'm very much in the minority. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. As I said, I was very, very disappointed with this, and it just makes me want to go and watch a Woody Allen comedy drama or something like that, far more. And this should have been that sort of thing, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't anything like that. Or, as I said, Lost in Translation. I just wanted to see something like that, and we didn't even get that at all. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please check my links on screen. If you friend or follow me on Twitter or Facebook, I do check every couple of days and friend and follow everyone back. I stick loads of stuff on there, football-wise and movie-wise and TV drama-wise, so please do that for me. And if you can check my website, my little day job, moviegamenostalgia.com, for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, some board games on there as well. That's been absolutely fantastic. And please, if you're into football or English football, I do vlogs, and just check the playlist. My Citizen channel looks at Manchester City, my football team. So I look at the history of City and also City present, so what's going on at the moment with various magazine vlogs, etc. So please, if you're interested in that or know someone who might be, please point them in my direction. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching this movie review today. I'm sorry it wasn't a bit more positive, but hey, these things happen. So it wasn't a total disaster because I got to watch Rashida Jones, so I was quite happy with that bit there anyway. Thanks for watching. I'm going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. More importantly, let's all look after each other. And hopefully you'll join me again very soon for another movie, TV, drama review, an information vlog, or even a quiz in the very near future. So please, all I can ask is please stay safe, everyone. It's Bird saying bye-bye. Thanks for watching.